Hey everybody, and welcome to this episode of Ask A. Today we're going to be talking about a whole host of things. We've got a bunch of topics to cover, and we're just going to dive right into it. So our first question comes from Courtney H, and she says, how does lip stain work? So she was kind of prepping for a big event and basically was wanting to know everything there is to know about lip stain and what's going on with it and why does it seem so hard sometimes. And I can totally relate. I feel like lip stain is one of those things where if you're applying it and you miss up, just a little bit, it seems like it just kind of implodes and the whole thing goes to waste. But it's really pretty simple as long as you have a great product. My biggest advice would be to line your lips first so that you kind of have an outline to go by and you don't have to worry so much about going outside the lines and then you end up looking like Kylie Jenner. But if you can just find a really great product, my personal favorite is Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics Lip Tar, and I'll link to that Amazon purchase. They have a whole huge variety of colors, so it's a really pretty great product, and I think you guys will really like it. And it's one of those that's not just the stain, it also has a little bit of gloss to it, but it'll stay forever. So I think that's one of the things that's tricky about lip stain is when it fades and if your lips are even the tiniest bit cracked, then it has this really aging effect on the dry skin on your lips. So just make sure your lips are really well moisturized, line your lips, and then use a great product like some of the ones that I'll link to below. The second question we have is from Jessica B, and she blogs at unprocessedjess.com. And she asks, do I have any tips for choosing the right outfit for a quinceanera? And I personally have yet, it's still amazing to me, I have yet to attend a quinceanera with as big as my husband's family is and everything. We've just never been in town or never been invited. People don't want us to come to their quinceanera apparently, but we really enjoy seeing photos and whatnot, and it's a big part of the culture in San Antonio. So as far as dressing to attend a quinceanera, I think it's kind of like a wedding where you don't want to upstage the bride. You don't want to upstage the little girl who's having her quinceanera. So something very classic, very elegant, but always remember to, you can go for more of a simple look with your dress and then really dress it up with accessories too, really big earrings, statement necklace, a big cuff, or really very bold cocktail ring, something like that, so that you're having fun with the outfit, and you can even do a fun pair of shoes or something, but at the same time you're not going to overshadow anything else that's going on that evening. So yeah, I think just keep it classy, use bold accessories, and then I think too, when you're dressing for a quinceanera, it's okay to go overdressed. If you're worried about formal versus informal or something like that, go by that old rule that you can never be overdressed or overeducated. Just go for the look that you're feeling at that time, and if everybody else ends up being in khakis and casual outfits, then you'll just be the belle of the ball right next to the quinceanera girl. So our last question is actually from Orlando. My husband wanted to know, what is my favorite thing to do as a family? And I actually had to think for a good while about this one. It was kind of hard because we do so much and we're always traveling, and we've got a lot of family, and there's a lot of things that we do that I really enjoy. But for me personally, I think my absolute favorite thing is when we have some free time on the weekends in the mornings and we have these dance parties where we put on YouTube on the TV and we put on some random, dance pop song or something crazy, and we just are all dancing around. Cora's doing ballet, so she loves doing her little moves that she's learned in class, and even Orlando gets a little bit silly, just a tad for us for these dance parties. And for me and my family, we always love to dance and just be total goofballs, so I have no problem going to 100 when it comes to crazy dancing. But I think it's a lot of fun, and it's just kind of one of those moments where you're in the midst of something and you look around and you realize, you know, how blessed you are to have your family and how great it is to be able to have these people around you for little moments in life and the big moments too. So that's kind of what popped into my head, I guess, when I was asked that question about our wedding episode. That's all we have for today. I hope you guys liked it. If you have any questions for me for the next episode, be sure to ask in the comment section below. And for the rest of the episodes of Ask A, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and let us know if you need to know anything else. Thanks. Bye.